Good morning, this is Lee. I want to do kind of a quick tour and talk about a few things that are going well and that maybe I do a little bit differently from most people. So I'll try to keep this as brief as I can. One of the things that I tried differently with this fatalii, this white fatalii, is I pushed it over rather than topped it, and then all of the nodes that were getting a lot of light ended up coming up as kind of their own branches, which is neat. Trying these guys in just straight dirt from my backyard, and they're doing incredibly well. And experimenting with a little Kratky there, lots of fruit on it, which is excellent. I've gone to the bloom fertilizer. I'm using a 10-gallon fabric pot here with a combination of just straight up backyard dirt and potting soil. And I mean, partially it's just because it's a lemon drop and those things are unbelievable. It's doing very well, and it's tons and tons of green pods, which are a little harder to see. If they were yellow, this thing would look largely yellow, which is kind of cool. This is some kinds of bird's eye that was labeled something else, but it's been incredibly productive. And I think I'll keep on moving along. Oh, I want to say about this one. This is a paper lantern, and I was super disappointed with it because it was not potting at all, not flowering, but it sent out a ton of branches. I'm like, I'm just going to have a bunch of leaves. But this turned into a very productive plant, and I'm super pleased. I think I got these from White Hot Peppers, and super lanky mocha that is now potting up pretty well. I'm doing this area with weed barrier fabric because I'm renting here, so I would normally put down like a layer of compost or wood mulch or something like that, but I'll just kind of summarize to that. That's that guy. This is some kind of hybrid that is gigantic, with a fatalii, very citrusy flavor, also in a 10-gallon pot. 10-gallon pots, I'm starting to like those a lot, where the fabric aspect of it helps it breathe and not stay too moist. The 10-gallon part of it does help it stay moist, so it's a really good balance between, it's the right moisture level, is what I want to say. That's Brazilian pepper, de Cheiro, de Bahia, which is a really nice sweet flavor. And these guys are practically bonsais, so these are cuttings from last year that I overwintered as cuttings, and they've been unbelievably productive. I'm not sure whether you can get a full picture because last night I stripped them of all the ones that were as ripe as I wanted them to be, but this is a great way to do bonchi, little pepper bonsais, because they stay super low. They're unbelievably productive. I'm loving it. And yeah, I think I'm going to keep trying to do some cuttings from plants that I really like, that I want to stay true to the genetics. Omni that is blowing up. I'm blanking out here. Pubescens, rocoto. This is a rocoto that has flowers galore, but very few peppers. And what I've been doing is try to shake it more, because I think it's a pollination thing. I don't think it's anything else. And just that the actual anthers are much further from the pistil, and so I think they're not getting just the normal pollen drop on the. Oh, this is something I did slightly differently, which I drilled a bunch of holes in the side. So it's like a pseudo fabric pot, you know, where it gets a little bit of aeration and stays a better level of moisture that I like. Here's some 5 gallons, some 10-gallon, some mix of just backyard soil and potting soil, which is a cheaper way of doing it. That's why I'm doing it. And I wanted to focus on this guy for just a second, because this is what I believe to be a hybrid between a hatch pepper and a lemon drop. And let me show you this trunk. I'm so pleased. I mean, it's June, and this guy, that's a tree trunk, man. And I don't know whether you know, this video is going to fully capture how wide this canopy is. So all the way from over here to all the way, I'll have to like dig out, all the way over here. I mean, that's got to be 5 feet, you know. It's big. It's really big, and it's really productive, and it has a great hatch flavor, and definitely some of the Baca lemony flavors in it as well, so it's kind of cool. And I have a couple varieties of those, so the pods are turning out differently, which is just that's how hybrids work. This is that shape, and this guy has from the same seed source, from the same, allegedly the same pod, and I believe them. These have much more of a shoulder to them, and I have another one over there that's also gigantic. That the pods are really small right now, so it's not worth comparing. And then I'll just show you real quickly out here where I've got some, I don't know what they are, maybe 10-gallon pots kind of thing, and they're doing great. The ones that I have in big pots, I try to give a little more sun so that they dry out more, and these are absolutely decked with pods. I'm super pleased. This is a Freeport orange, and then I've got a couple different kinds of Scotch bonnets and a daddle and a Cardi scorpion and a few things. And this is a Cheiros de Norte, and it is also freaking loaded. And these pods will continue to get bigger, which I love. Anyway, I think that's all I wanted to say. Oh no, I'll focus on one more thing, and then I'll let you guys go. It's these. I got these seeds from my brother, and he got them from a friend in Mexico outside of Tijuana. And so I've been sharing these seeds with people, and they just have the weirdest growth pattern. This is easily 5 feet straight up, single stalk like that. And then the top gets this whack of flowers. Let me try to find a good set of pods. I found one the other day that I was like excited about. Anyway, well, there's a particular cluster that